All right, team. Welcome back to the channel, Brightbox Insight. I'm Dante, web designer. And we will be going into how to edit your Wix website. Very basic, very easy. All right, so let me start my screen record. Here we go. You logged into your website or into your dashboard. You clicked edit and now you are in the editor. And you're wondering, what the heck do I do? How do I edit my site? So let's start with number one. A lot of people want to know how to edit their menu. So if you click your menu, hover over it, then click it, it will say manage menu, obviously navigate, layout, design, animation, stretch. And you want to know, what does all that mean? Well, manage menu is how you change the layout, or not really the layout, but change the order of your menu. So you click manage menu and you get a little pop out, which is from your tools here, which I have another I have another video that describes the toolbox that's on the side. So here, to change the sequence of your menu, all you do is click on the menu item that you want to change, hold it, and drag it to the position that you want it to be. So let's say we want our home to now be the top part, so we're going to click, drag it up, and let it go. Oh, sorry guys, it didn't work the way I wanted to. It's not always perfect, okay? You have to be patient. So click it, we're going to drag it up, and then we're going to move programs down, and now we're going to make the home page our number one page. Now, if you see this little icon, that means that the page is hidden. No one visiting your site will be able to see this page. You can see it because you're an editor, but on the live site, no one can see it. But we want to unhide this because we want it to show on our menu. Now you can see it's here. I'll do it again. We'll hide it. Home is now gone. We will show it. Now home is visible. And that is how you change the sequence of your menu on your website. Next, we want to change the design. We want to change how it looks. We'll go here, and as you hover over them, you will notice that the display of the menu changes to the design that you're hovering over. Let's say we like this one. We want to choose it. We click it. The check mark means that is now the design that we have on our menu. Now we want to change the design because we don't really like the font. So we're going to go back into the design and we're going to hit customize design. When you click customize design, now you can change the text, you can add some shadowing, you can change how the hover looks, meaning maybe you had a drop down and the drop down background matched and you couldn't see the actual font or something just not working and you want to change it. Well, this regular means how the menu looks without doing anything, no hover or anything. And we want to change that text because we want it to look a little bit bolder, or a little bit modern, minimalistic. We want thin. Let's say we can find thinner than what's there now. No, let's go to something else. Let's say, I think that's what it was before we touch anything. Let's just leave it, and we want the font kind of bigger, so let's make the font, let's just take the slider, make it easy, and figure out where we want. And as you can see, as you make the menu smaller, that's how more of your menu will start to display, because the bigger the font, the menu is only going to allow but so many items to show because it's within this little container here, this little box. So if we stretch the box, more items will show. Or if we make the font smaller, more items will show. Because the font's getting smaller, words are getting smaller, more words can be displayed within the box because they're tinier. All right, now we want to change the hover. So when someone's cursor on the live site hovers over our menu, we don't really like the font that it's there now. We want it to be bold, red. So let's change it to red. And then clicked, meaning what they've clicked as they've gone through the site, we kind of want that to stay the same because we don't want to change that. But let's just say we do. So everything they click, now we want it to be green. Okay, and now we're going to click save, which our autosave is on, but we want to save it anyway. And we want to kind of look at our work, so let's preview it. We don't want to publish it because that means that it will be live for everyone to see. We don't want everyone to see, we just want to see it within our editor. Now we're going to preview it to give us a look on how it would look when someone visits our site and what that looks like. See, there's that red hover. They've clicked home. Let's go to programs. Now programs was the one they clicked. You see it's that green, and then as you hover, you see the bold red that we were talking about. All right, so we're gonna roll with it. This is what we want. So let's go back into the editor. Now, that's how you change your menu, the color, the design. Now let's go into changing fonts. Let's go back to the home page. Go back to our little navigation. We're gonna go to home and go back to the home page. Now, a question that I usually get is, how do I change my images? After sometimes the images that we use are default, or maybe you just went to change maybe you went to go make another image and you want to add it to the site and you want to change some pictures out. So what you're going to do is hover that section, which is this one, this long one. Let's go to another one. We're going to hover over here. Once we click the image, it will say change image, and we're just going to go click it. Site files. Now, if we have a custom image that we have ourselves on our computer, we would go to site files and upload the media, or you can pull up your image library on your computer somewhere and drag it into here and let it go, and it will load. Let's go find an image from, let's see, Google Drive, Facebook, Instagram. I want it from just my normal computer. I don't want to load any of those. Let's use this Pinocchio one. Once I clicked it, that's the image I want. Double click, and now Pinocchio's there. Now, okay, I get access to that too. Why does my image look funny? Well, because the image may have been too large or too small. You can do for the place that it's at. Image editor, or you can crop it. You can click crop and see how wide this image is. That's why it looked very screwed on the editor. So we're gonna open this up to capture this entire image, and we're gonna go here and click apply. Now let's say we wanted to make it like a crop to a circle or some other shape. We can do so here. For example, if I click here, now the image is cropped to the circle. I don't want that. I want the original shape. And we're gonna bring this back out to capture the whole image again. And we're gonna click apply. And look, there's our entire image. So now we're gonna bring this and shrink it down to the right size, kind of to the size that we want it to be, which keeping in line here. You're probably asking, how did I move that? All you do is click it, hold your mouse down, and move it as you see fit, and let it go, and that's where we'll stay. Now, for changing text, all you do is hover, double click the text, and once it's highlighted, you're ready to type whatever it is you want to type. And after you're done, you just click anywhere else on there, and that text will stay the way it is. If you want to change it back because you made a mistake, you just go up here and click the undo as many times as it takes to get it back to where it was. Or maybe you want to delete a text. You click it. Once it's highlighted, and you'll know because it will say edit text or get text ideas and all this other great stuff, you click it, delete it. All right, now, how do I do animations? Now, this is also within the basic realm. Animations are here, and you just click them, and you pick the one that you want to use. As you hover over it, it will give you kind of a preview of what that animation will look like. And then as you click it, you'll get the option to customize the animation, meaning pick where the animation takes place, how long, does it animate on the first time for a person to visit, all that great stuff. And you can preview the animation here. Now you put an animation on, you kind of don't want to use them anymore because you feel like they are, not within the feng shui of your or aesthetics of your website. So you just take it off by clicking none. Now, you want to add a link to an image? Here's the link. So when a person visits your website and you have a picture on there, and when they click it, you want it to go to, another website address or to your Facebook or something like that, you can add a link and you can make it go to a specific page that's already on your website, or you can copy the URL of a Facebook page or another website and paste it here. And once you're done, you just click done, and then now that picture or image will have a link. So if anyone clicks it, that's where it will go. You can have it go to a section, the top or bottom of the page. It can go to a document that's in your library or to an email. All of these are your options. You can pick and choose as you see fit, or you keep it as no. Same thing with text. Highlight it, double click, same type of animation. As you can see, this one has an animation on it. Let's see what it is. It's to float in. We don't want it to float in, so we're just going to take that off. And we want to change the font. So we're going to double click and we're going to change the font to, let's find something we like. Future Light. Let's see what that looks like. All right, we like that. That's what we're going to change the font to. We kind of think it's a little too big, so we can double click in here, change the font size, or use a slider to change the font size. We can make it bold, italicize, we want to underline it, make a point, and we want to change the color to it. Okay, maybe we don't want to underline it, and we don't want it bold, and we don't want italicized, but we want it centered. No, we don't want it centered. Oh, my computer's catching up. It's okay. So we don't want it centered. Let's click out. I think that's good. Oh, let's just look at this. Effects. We can add a shadow. We can add some cool font effects, or we can take them all off. Maybe the spacing is too close. It feels too jumbled for you. So let's open that line spacing up a little bit. I think right about, let's say there, gives us the kind of spacing we want. And I think it looks good. Now, buttons. Let's say your buttons aren't working. There's no link because maybe it says none, or maybe the button just goes to the home page. Maybe your button didn't get linked. So you can go here, click on the link, and this button can go to read more. Let's say we wanted to read more about us. So we click the about page, that's where it's gonna go, done. And now that button link is ready to go. So every time you want to change something in Wix, all you have to do is usually hover over it and click, and then you will select that either text or that strip or the icon, vector art, image, whatever it may be. Now I get access to, how do I change my background image? So if I click that section, you will see that it says the whole section is now highlighted. And to change the background of this type of section, you will click more actions, and then when you go change section background. Now, if your Wix if your Wix setup does not look like this, it's fine, but you should still be able to click this settings, and then you should see a change section background. And that's all you have to do. You click that, and you can change the background. Let's go with a image. Uh-oh, guys. That didn't. Oh, there's a background. There's a section on a section. Let's go ahead and take that back. Alright, so change strip background. Here we go. Click that. There's the image. There's a color behind the image. And it must have some image opacity, meaning you can kind of see through the image. And let's change it because we want to see the whole thing. And we want to make this font black because we want that really vibrant color to pop through. Let's just say that's what we want. You see how it's conflicting with the health and the grapes? Well, if we wanted to fix it and make it smaller, we can. Let's just do that. See if that works. Book a consultant. Let's put that in the center. Let's move that down so it doesn't conflict. And let's just say that's what we wanted to do. Or we didn't, and let's take it back. One more should do it. No, one more. There we go. All right, now it's back. As you can see, this also has a scroll effect, and this is a parallax, and you hover, when you hover over it, hover over the box or section, it will give you a little preview of the effect that you get. Pretty cool, right? So we'll leave the parallax on. Another question that I usually get is, how do I change my gallery of images? Because I put image. Oh, this is an Instagram feed, so this isn't an image gallery. But let's say someone wanted to add an image gallery. Go here. We want to add an image gallery, or here, click gallery, and then let's find the gallery we want to add it here. Let's add a collage. So it's going to show where you at collage. We don't want it over top of this. Let's just click it, drag it down, and let it go. Let's add another section. Sorry guys. We're gonna add a blank section below it, and it's there. And now let's put this gallery. We gotta capture it and put it into the section. Now it's attached to this section. Now we can edit this gallery. So manage media, that's where you can go to change all of the pictures in your gallery. Did I click it? I didn't click it. All my computer's running behind because I have so many other windows open that you can't see. So I can change all these out, change their titles and their descriptions. I can put links on these images if I want to, so if someone clicks them, it takes them somewhere. But I'm not gonna do that. But that's how you change the images. Let's say I want to change my Wix form. See, it says Wix form. And I want to add some new fields. I can do that here by just clicking add new field and add the fields that I want to add to my Wix form. So I think that's usually the basic questions that I'm asked after giving a client a website. Usually they want to know how to change pictures, how to change background, how to change font, and it's really simple. You just click the area you want to change, and you can edit the text or double click it and commence to changing the font. If you want to move it somewhere, you can just click and hold, drag it to where you want to go, then let it go, and it will stay there. Now you might be asking, what are these little dotted lines for? It looks like I'm supposed to cut this with some scissors. Those dotted lines are for alignment. So when you're on a tablet, you don't want anything outside of these dotted lines, because when you show on a tablet, it's not going to show properly. So you want to keep everything within the dotted lines. Just remember that. If you see dotted lines, keep your content, or especially your text, or if you place a image that's not a background image, if you go grab an image like so, I'll go grab an image. Let's say I want a new image on. I want a free image from Wix. I want let's go with the first one, keep it easy. Now see how I just put this image here, and now it's outside of the dotted lines. You see that? See how it's kind of gray? It goes gray. That means when someone gets on a tablet, then that image isn't going to show properly, or it's going to be forced out of the position it's in and go somewhere else. So we're just going to make this a little smaller because we actually want it here. And you see what it says attached to column. Now that picture belongs to this area here, this column. Easy day. Or if we don't want it there, we just click it, click delete, and now it is gone. We are on autosave, but I like to get in the habit of saving anyway. We don't want to publish our work because we don't want everyone seeing the stuff that we messed up. And because we haven't gone to check the mobile view to make sure when someone visits our website, it looks good on the server. So that's what we've done. I think that is it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment box or visit our website www.brightboxinsight.com and hit the contact us. Send us your question there, and we will be sure to respond to you. All right, we'll be doing another video soon. Appreciate you. Come back to see us.